Motivational mix is going to be kind of interesting because it's simple. It's a game of pigskins, a game of football is what we're talking about here today. And there's a reason why I wanted to compare that to football. One, there's so many things about football that actually relate to life. As I was thinking about it this weekend, I realized how many things that we actually intertwine with life and football. And I want to kind of bring that out. And I want to kind of show you, maybe give us some things to think about. And that way we can think about this on a daily basis and kind of go through our life and realize maybe where we're falling short and why we're not getting what we want. Okay, so let's start off by talking about what we want out of life. So I want you to think about some of the things you want out of life and some of the things that you believe you should have in life. And do you have them? And if you have them, do you have something else you want? Because once you get to a goal, you're supposed to make your next goal and get there, right? So I want you to think about the things that you don't have in life or that you do have in life. And do you want more? Do you want less? Do you want etc., right? So let's start off with a kickoff. Football starts with a kickoff, okay? And the thing is, you're the receiving team. We're going to say we're going to receive the ball. So they're kicking the ball to us. That's pretty much the start of your life when you're being born. And it's the beginning of it all, right? And your job is to navigate through people trying to take you down to get to the end zone. Now, the end zone is the representation that we are scoring or we're reaching our big goal. We have a giant, huge goal that we've set for ourselves. We want it. Yes, we're going to get it. So we're running to our goal, and there's going to be people there in our way trying to stop us. Whether they know they're not or whether they know they are or not, people are trying to stop us, okay? It could be just who you are. It could be the fact that they don't want you to get it because they want it for themselves. Either way, that's what it is. So now you get the ball. Okay, so let's say you got tackled. You didn't make it to the end zone, right? So now you get the ball. Your offensive line gets set. Your defensive line gets set. And you're on offense. Okay. What's going to happen now is that you're going to be trying to take your ball and going down to the end zone and score. Now in football, they don't say, "Hey, go score that touchdown." Now they do say that, but they say that in different ways. One of the biggest ways they say is that you need to get 10 yards to get to the next first down, so you can get another chance to get closer at scoring a touchdown, right? And how many times is that in life? You know, our first thing that we did pretty much is probably learning to speak. And our second, first down might be learning to read. Graduating from high school, from middle school, all these things are first down markers that we're getting. And we're going forward to get to our goal. And the thing is, we graduate from college or high school or whatever we got, good, that's a touchdown, we scored, fantastic. Now, we go on and the game continues and we come back on offense. Now, the one reason that most people are not successful in life is because once they've scored their touchdown, they've gotten that job, they've gotten their degree, they've got their kids, their wife, they are continuously set and they down the ball. The problem is the game's not over yet. Life gives you a certain amount of time. The difference between football and life is that we don't know how much time we're going to have before our time is up, before that bell rings, that buzzer rings, and the game is over. But we need to continuously be striving to score and score touchdowns instead of, once we score one time, just being complacent. That's how you lose. There are so many people in the game of life who have scored their first touchdown and say, "Oh, that's all I need. I don't need anything else." But that's a selfish way of thinking because you just said, "I don't need anything else. I don't need to be a millionaire. I don't need this. The problem is that the world needs for you to achieve more because the world needs more of us. Have you not noticed the world is in shambles? The world is in shambles based on selfishness. The fact that we believe that our needs and our wants are pretty much all that we need to worry about. That we don't have to become a millionaire because I don't need all that money. But the thing is, there are people out there who can't make that kind of money and don't have the same talents and don't have the same drive as you and in the same opportunities and connections as you, and you're doing a disservice to the world when you decide not to continue to go for a touchdown or not to continue to become a millionaire. If you don't want, you don't have to become a millionaire. Get the money and give it away. But we think about our lives in terms of selfishness, as if everybody else is going to be okay by running their own lives as long as I run my own. Problem is, life really doesn't work like that. And the reason that we have what we have right now is a society where it's no longer a village raises a child. Instead, it's you raise your child and I'll raise mine. And why the children are so jacked up because we don't have time to raise them in the first place because we're too busy out partying or going back to school or working so hard that our children don't have role models. Think about it. Our role models today are so broken that the children are broken. They're mimicking what they see. That's why they watch TV. They mimic what they see on TV. They mimic you. But if you're not at your best for your children, then what you're actually getting is you're creating copies, less copies of you, because you know why you do what you do, but the children don't understand that, and they're following your example. So you're not trying to score anymore. You're just saying, well, you know, we had our four, we scored already, we're good. Well, you got to pick up the slack. We got to score again, all right? So let's go back to the office. So now where you've decided you're going to score again because the world needs you to score, your children need you to score, everybody's watching, you've got to score because they need to hear and see an example of how to do this, right? So now you got to realize that as you're going to score, it's not like you could just hike the ball and walk down the field or run down the field. There are people who are genuinely in your way trying to stop you. Now, their job is to literally focus on you. There is a defensive end somewhere who is not concerned about being a quarterback. His job is to hit the quarterback, which is you in this particular situation, and to make you drop the ball, and so his team can go forward. There is somebody out there looking to take you off your roster. You get what I'm saying? But you've got to make sure that you realize that these people, they don't have any hatred towards you. Maybe they do, I don't know. But the thing is, you've got to get past that. You can't let the fact that somebody's in front of you stop you from scoring that ball in the end zone every single time you touch it. And the thing is, you got to keep running the end zone. Like, it's funny because we don't run touchdowns. Whenever we score, we stop. But when we score, we actually should get ready to get our defense set so we can try to get that ball back and score again. Because life is going to throw stuff at us. Life is on offense now. Now we got to stop life from making us complacent in our ways, okay? So we're talking about this. Now, here's the other part about football that's really interesting. A quarterback never does it on his own. A quarterback has a line. A quarterback has wide receivers. He has running backs. He has all these things that are here for him. But the thing is, if he didn't have these things, if he didn't have these pieces, or she didn't have these pieces, then they wouldn't be able to go. So once again, we're alluding to the fact that you need the right people with you in the same direction, going for the same goal for you to achieve what you want. Could you imagine how different it would be as if you said hike, and your center hikes you the ball and then turns around and tackles you and then picks up the ball and runs to the opposite end zone? You would not have a successful team. Or if you hike the ball and all of a sudden there's a big brawl on your team because there's negativity from this side and negativity from that side. The right side is not gelling with the left side and you're fighting as a team. That means your unit's broken. And you've got to fix your team, or you got to find a new team. If your team doesn't want to fix itself, maybe it's family issues, maybe it's your best friends, maybe it's your other friends, maybe it's your job, and you don't have all these people that are working and want to accord to get us to the end zone so we all score, then think about it. You lose the game. And the funny thing is, we all can focus on the quarterback that's scoring and running back that's scoring and wide receivers that's scoring. But the thing is, as a team, we will all have the same score in the end if we're going towards the goal. So that's why you find people who are going the same places that we are going. So, easy. One, we've got to score. We've got to have the energy and the drive to score. If we quit and we give up and we walk off the field, then we definitely will not score. How many people do you know in your life, including yourself, including myself, who might be complacent and aren't looking to score? They just walk on the field and they're just kind of playing around like it's not real. But the thing is, the defense is real. The defense is coming to put you in an injured state because their job is to get that away from you because you're not supposed to have it with them. They're jealous of you for whatever reason. So one, have the drive and desire to go score that end zone. Score that touchdown in the end zone. Second thing you want to do is make sure your whole team is on one accord. And that way you guys are marching down the field as a unit, not as individuals. You will win a game as an individual as well as you will win the game as a unit. It's teamwork that gets you there. Team working as one. Teamwork. Pretty simple. And the last thing is, once you score and the time comes when you get a chance to get that ball back, don't get complacent and stop because you scored once. Life is not designed to just let you score and stop. As a matter of fact, if you're not going forward, the defense is going to push you back. If they sack you, they're going to start pushing you back. There's no such thing as staying complacent. There's no such thing as staying comfortable and staying in the same spot. You're actually going backwards. So always remember that you're going backwards. And the last thing you want is a safety. And you don't want the game to end without you scoring that touchdown because you don't know there's people in the stands being inspired by who you are and the drive that you put on that field to go down and score that touchdown, and the energy that you have and the thoughts and the process and the strength, and they cheer for you because you are who you are. That's what football is. That's why people get dressed up, and I'm in my Harry Potter shirt if you haven't noticed. People get dressed up in their favorite team's uniform to cheer for them because they represent who they are. They are on the same accord. So when there's people that are watching you and they're saying, oh man, I can't wait to be like him, then you need to make sure that you're setting the proper example. So when they say that, they have a good idea of what to do. How many children in America want to be basketball players and football players and hockey players and track stars because of the people in front of them, because of these athletes that have done the duty and have built themselves into something that can be something that can be desired, a champion. People want to follow a champion. Problem is, people will follow anything nowadays. If they feel like you're on the same path, they'll follow you, even if you're going in the wrong direction. And that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to you to decide to score the touchdown. It's up to you to continuously get on the field and play. But the game clock is still on, and you don't know how much time is left. So stop wasting your time and go up, get on the ball, and hike the ball, and drive down the field, and show them why you are the best person and the best teammate you could ever possibly be. And that's all I have. Thank you very much. I believe it. I love it. Each and every one of you. You can do it. I believe in you wholeheartedly. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here, and you have a blessed Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye now.